Hello, welcome back to Pages into the Past. Okay, so today we're working on phase 2 of our Obi-Wan Kenobi Senior. He was the elder of the movies. I chose this particular one for my husband because he's all gray and tall and of a similar build, and he likes to wear a beard, so he'll let me trim it down. We just shaved most of it off recently, so now he's got to start growing it back in a little bit. But what we've done is same pattern company as before, Julie Chantal Costumes and Accessories. It's juliechantal.com. I got this off of Etsy, and it was a 3-piece pattern. So it came with the outer robe, the main robe, and then this shirt. And then as a bonus piece, you got to 3D print the belt pieces to add to an existing belt. So what we're going to do today is I have stretch fabric in a brown. It's a little bit lighter color than the robe, but I got enough so that I could do his shirt and my shirt the same, because my shirt for my Jedi librarian, all the images show that she also wears this shirt in similar colors. And so we are going to work on the shirt. I went and took my husband's measurements. Well, I took them when I started. And so according to his measurements, I found his size chart. The thing that I have to do is, because my husband is 6'5", I have to add length to all the pieces except for the neck. So I have written myself notes on all my pieces to add like 4 inches in length. And I'm going to use the same shirt pattern for myself. So I added notes for when I make it for me, because I'll have to add as well. And yeah, this is all serged together. It does show on this pattern that there's snaps here for closure, and they're hidden so that you don't see them. It says to use plastic snaps. I don't know if I have plastic snaps, but I'll use whatever snaps I have. So. And it's a side opening at the neck, so I guess that way you don't stretch out the collar. The collar piece is quite large, so I'm not sure. But hey, that's what the pattern says, so we'll try something new. All right, guys, we're off. Directions are a little harder to understand. I think it's because it's French to English. And I think maybe I was trying to rush it. But it says to put the front and back together, sew your left shoulder. So that went perfect. Then it says to take the shoulder piece and sew right sides together to the shoulder of the back piece. Well, I misunderstood that. So I sewed piece 2 to the back piece and then figured out that I have to fold it. So I just top stitched it down and kept that as that piece. Then it says to take the back piece, fold it over, the front piece, fold it over 3 centimeters, which is just slightly a hair over an inch. And then you stitch that down. Then it says to pin everything together and to sew this edge closed so that you're sewing this in place. Well, I did that backwards, so I had to tear it apart so that this little flap could be on top, because I don't know whether I read it wrong or whether it was just, you should see I'm blowing up the pictures to like jumbo size on my computer screen. It says to keep the pins in place, blah, 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 so that your neck piece stays while you put the sleeve piece in. Yeah, so now then it says to put the sleeve piece in, but I think that the shoulder seams are off, because this is the original shoulder seam. So I think it's going to have a little bit more give for where the snaps are, but I guess that's okay, because that's what the picture shows. So right now what I'm going to do is I am going to finish the other sleeve edge and serge it. Then it says to sew the sleeves together and the sleeves and sides. And then we do the cuff, and then we're going to add the neckband. So that's where we're at. I get to do this again for my own shirt, so maybe I'll do that next. Compare the two. Maybe the second one will be easier or better. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to go see how far I can get. So this shirt is done, and here I just added the closures. They're snaps. They're not plastic. I don't know if they would work better plastic than metal because of the knit on the shirt, but being that we're not going to wear this all the time, I think we can survive. I tried this shirt on. It fits me. So I'm going to make the same exact size for me, only I'm going to make the arms longer. I ended up having to cut off about 3 inches of the arm because it tapered just way too tight on my husband's hand and it bunched at the wrist, which is what I wanted to do for mine. So I'm going to keep that added length on mine so I get the appropriate gathers at the end of the sleeves on mine. But all in all, it wasn't bad. There was a few steps I think I forgot to read all the words, and I don't know why I've been doing that lately, so I need to slow down, read all the words. But I learned a lot on this, so I'm going to make it twice. I don't think you need to see that one, or I'll just refer back to this one in that video when I make my outfit. So everything is done. We're going to get ready to go on to our next step, which is the New Hope Obi-Wan Kenobi, his main robe and obi. That'll be what we film next. So keep on sewing. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Round 2 is done. I did add the extra length in the sleeves so I get a little bit of gathering at the bottom. For anybody who's looking to see what I'm going to wear this for, it's going to be for my librarian Jedi. And if you're watching the Jedi librarian video, this video will show you the steps that I took in order to make this shirt not once but twice. So yeah, second time around turned out a little bit better than the first, but then it always does. No mock-ups done, so, you know, keep on sewing. All right, guys, thanks for watching.